Why did I decide to become a YouTuber? That question will be answered in this video. Welcome to the June 2026 Q&A. Let's get right into it. Question we have is from Abified Ob, who says he's a big fan. Thank you. Thank you for the question. He has a few, actually. The first one is, why did you decide to be a YouTuber? Well, it's a couple reasons. I think basically every Gen Z kid's dream is to become a YouTuber, and that was my dream for a little bit. I think I went from NFL, wanting to be an NFL player, to wanting to be a YouTuber, to now wanting to be a wrestler. And yeah, I want to be a wrestler. I really, what my big worry about doing YouTube while also trying to become a pro wrestler is that I will be considered like a celebrity or an outsider, which is not what I want myself to be. I want to be a wrestler who so happens to be a YouTuber on the side, not a YouTuber who's a wrestler on the side, if that makes sense. But I wanted to talk about stuff that I loved, like the NFL, wrestling, Roblox. And to me, being a YouTuber is a very, very easy job, which is definitely true. Being able to just have a career of just sitting at home and making a YouTube video that takes an hour to make, like every couple days, or just depends on how often you do it. It's a really easy job, and it can make you a lot of money. So that's another one of the appeals that I got. Obviously, I'm not making money at this point, so I'm just doing it for the love of the game right now, and I'm always gonna love doing YouTube. I kind of just stopped for like that period of like 3 years because I started dating my girlfriend and just kind of got lost in that and got distracted. I didn't really I just kind of stopped. I didn't really have the motivation, but now I came back with a new style of content and talking about new things like the NFL and WWE. And I think I am much better now than I was before. That might just be because I'm older, but I think I'm better at talking. I'm better at video quality. I'm better at making thumbnails, that's for sure. I used to just not even make thumbnails. I would just take pictures of the game. Usually, like if I was playing a Roblox game, I would take one of the screenshots that they show for like the preview of the game and use that as a thumbnail. So I'm a lot better now, but yeah, kind of got distracted there. Just the reason I wanted to become a YouTuber was because it seems like an easy job, and I also just want to talk about things that I love. The second question from Abified Ob is, if you did one of your dreams of being a professional wrestler, what would your ring name and finisher be? I actually have recently started thinking about this in about the past month, and I thought about it even more because I wanted to have a straight answer to this question. I think I know what my finisher would be. As some of you guys might know, I have a trampoline, and I wrestle on it 3-4 days a week, and I use like a dummy to do moves on. And I came up with this move that I don't think I've ever seen anyone do before. It's kind of like a fireman's carry into a spine buster, which is, I think it looks pretty cool. The only downside is I might not be able to do it to everyone because I have to pick them up on my shoulders, but hopefully I can just be strong enough that I won't have to worry about that. As for my name, though, I feel like just Sawyer isn't a bad wrestling name, which is just my real first name, but I think there's definitely better options out there. I tried using some Greek mythology names, or like looking through Greek mythology names, like Rhea Ripley. Rhea is a Greek goddess name, so just Greek mythology has a lot of cool names, so I kind of used that. I didn't come up with a straight like one name. I'll read you off some of the different names that I kind of liked, though. Some of them are like Nordic, because in case you don't know, I am Norwegian. First one I came up with was Krynos, Zetralis, Korthon, and Kolrind, and then also Odin and Zorya. That is a goddess name, but I feel like you could see a guy being named Zorya. The only downside of it is it might be a little bit too similar to Zarya. But yeah, I don't really know exactly what my name would be. Let me know what you think my wrestling name could be. I want my kind of character to be kind of like an Ilya Dragunov, but a little bit more charismatic, because as much as I love Ilya Dragunov, he is not very charismatic. But he is one of my favorite in-ring wrestlers. I want to be like super intense. I want my name to scream intensity, like Rhea Ripley, like Brock Lesnar. A name something like that. The next question from Obified Ob is, will you make videos on WWE 2K26? The answer is probably yes. The only issue with that is right now I don't have 2K26, but I could just do 2K25. The bigger issue is I don't know exactly what I would do in 2K, WWE 2K. Like, just maybe I could do kind of like small afro BDE. I don't know if BDE does it, but a lot of people do, like, they take real life matches that are going to happen at an upcoming WWE PLE and they simulate them in 2K, and sometimes they even play as a special guest referee. So maybe I could do that if you'd be interested. A big issue I have not having a crap ton of subscribers is it's harder to get feedback on what I do that you like and don't like. I don't really get comments on a lot of my videos. Usually I get comments on shorts. It's just a lot harder to get opinions on whether what I'm doing is good or not. So please, if you have any video ideas for WWE 2K, and trust me, when you comment, I read literally every comment, especially since I don't get a lot. So let me know if there is a 2K video idea that you have. Number 4 from Ob is, will you hit an attitude adjustment on anybody who doesn't subscribe? I am not a fan of threatening for subscribers, however, I will say it is a possibility. And then the last one from Ob is, when did you decide you wanted to do insert a thing you did? I'm assuming you're just giving me free reign to insert whatever I want there. I'll say, when did I decide I wanted to become a professional wrestler? So I started watching wrestling right before WrestleMania 40 because, so my mom and my dad got divorced, and my mom went to live with her boyfriend that she met, and he's a really big WWE fan, and he asked me like one time, do you watch WWE? And at that time, I hadn't ever really watched WWE. I watched like The Rock versus John Cena on YouTube one time, I think, but that's about it. And I was like, no, but I probably would if I could. And this was back when SmackDown was still on Fox, like the national TV station, just like normal antenna TV. And he was like, oh, you can watch SmackDown every Friday at 7. It's on Fox. Like, if you have an antenna, you can watch it. I was like, oh, really? That's cool. So later that week, I ended up watching SmackDown, and I think my girlfriend watched it with me. And leading up to that, my girlfriend kind of knew who Roman Reigns was. I don't remember exactly how, but she really liked him. I'm not sure she even knew his name really, but we both watched it that Friday and we liked it, and we watched it next Friday and the next and the next and the next, and we just fell in love with wrestling. And I would say maybe 6 months to a year into watching wrestling, I decided I want a trampoline. I want to become a professional wrestler, and I would use the trampoline to train, because I felt like an NFL player was just a little too unrealistic, and I'd have to go to college to do that, which I absolutely do not want to go to college. So that's why I kind of let go of that dream and switched to YouTuber. But I love professional wrestling more than I love being a YouTuber, so I decided that's what I want to do. I hope I answered your questions, and you're welcome for responding. These are some very good questions. Obified Ob. This question is from someone named Abel or Abel. I'm not really sure. But thank you for the question. Also, I'm proud to say we over doubled our responses from last time. 4 of the responses are just from my friend Damon trying to be funny, but we still got a lot more than last time. Last time we got 4, this time I got 10, so thank you guys. But the question from Abel is, do you have big brain time? I'm not exactly sure what that means, which makes me sound old, but based off of the fact that I am generally not very smart, I'm going to say no. This next set of questions is from Bendo. First one, do you like any show on Netflix? The only thing I really use Netflix for is WWE, but like traditional TV shows, I don't really watch any of. I really only watch YouTube. I only use streaming services if I'm like gonna watch a movie. I used to love iCarly and Victorious when I was younger, but other than that, no. If you had to pick Minecraft movie or Snow White, I would pick the Minecraft movie because I haven't seen Snow White. And then the last one is, do you believe in God? My parents have never been religious. I've never really been religious. I just don't really have any interest in following a religion. I just don't see it as something that I would like doing. If you want to follow a religion, all power to you. I really don't care. It's just personally not very much of an interest of mine. I'm kind of just on the fence when it comes to believing in God. I'd like to believe there's an afterlife, but there's not really any scientific evidence for it, so pretty on the fence when it comes to anything religious. So I guess you could say I'm agnostic. This question really just depends on the person and what they personally believe in. I don't really care what you believe in. You can be Muslim, Jewish, Christian. I really don't care. I just personally am just kind of neutral when it comes to religion. Next we have another question from Bendo. Do you play Minecraft at all? And also, I'm recording this while watching the Great American Bash. Oh my god, Kendall Gray just won the NXT Women's Championship. Let's go. But back to the question, do you play Minecraft at all? Yes, I do. I just don't make videos on it because my computer can't handle it. It's like 40 FPS if I record and play Minecraft at the same time, and nobody wants to watch laggy Minecraft gameplay. So hopefully, I would love to do a Minecraft Let's Play. I just can't because of what I just said. Once I get a better computer sometime, hopefully I can start making Minecraft Let's Plays because I would love to. Maybe even Minecraft mods. This next one is from someone named Tribal Kiddo. 3 questions from them. First one, will you play Piggy with us again? Yes. Probably not the original Piggy game as much. Maybe when they like release new seasons. I don't know if they still do that. But if they release new seasons, I'll probably play those with you guys. Piggy Intercity, I'll probably play more often than Piggy. But yeah, I will definitely play Piggy more again with you guys. Number 2, how often do you touch grass? Well, obviously when I was in school, it would be 5 days a week. But now, I do actually go outside less. However, I would say I still touch grass 4 days a week. Whenever I go on my trampoline, I go outside. But yeah, I know it's a meme that like YouTubers never go outside, but I actually don't go outside that often. I do still work out 5 days a week though, so I stay active. And number 3, will you give me a cookie? Well, unfortunately, I do not know you in real life. So I cannot physically give you a cookie, but you can give yourself a cookie and imagine it's from me or something. That is the best I can do, though. Thank you for the questions, though. This next one is from a person named Bendo. The first one, they also have 3 questions. The first one, do you like any show on Netflix? As of right now, I do not. I don't really watch anything on Netflix. I really only watch YouTube. The only time I use another streaming service is for wrestling. Well, you know, Raw is on Netflix, so I guess technically that is a show that I like on Netflix. So, WWE Raw, but I loved iCarly and Victorious when I was younger, but other than WWE, I don't really use any streaming services except YouTube. So, yeah, hope that answers your question. Next one, if you had to pick Minecraft movie or Snow White, I don't think I've watched the Snow White movie, so I'll say the Minecraft movie. And then the third question, this is a pretty deep question. Do you believe in God? So, my family has never really been religious. My mom wasn't religious. My dad isn't religious. My mom, now that she's with her boyfriend who's a Christian, is now fairly religious. She got baptized. She's Christian now, I would say. But she doesn't, like, force it on me. And I honestly don't think that religion should be forced upon people. I personally am kind of on the fence when it comes to God. I'm just kind of neutral. I guess you could say I'm agnostic. And I'm not saying anybody's religion is wrong or right, and I don't mean this in a mean way, but every religion is just opinions and it's beliefs, personal beliefs. And lots of religions have two completely different beliefs, and not everybody can be right. So, not every religion. This next question is definitely from Damon. It just says, "You're a noob." And my response to that is, no, you're a noob. This next one says from Naruto Cool, but this is from Damon again. What is your favorite band / singer? I have never been a music guy. I don't really listen to music very often. But I do like some songs from Corpse. So I'll just say him. But I don't really have a lot of my playlist consists of about like 15 songs, and a bunch of them are WWE theme songs, so not much of a music guy, but I'd say Corpse if I had to choose. This next one is also from Damon. Can you please listen to Gorillaz or Blur? Please, 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 no. And this is also from Damon. I'm not sure what motivated her to do this, but she just copy and pasted an entire song, so, you know, that's cool. And this last one is from Damon too. Have you watched The Smiles Family, which, in case you don't know, is an old, like, scary creepypasta that Flamingo discovered? And I have watched it. However, I don't really remember anything that happened because I haven't watched it in a long time. And honestly, I might go rewatch it right after this because it sounds really good. But that's it for the June 2026 Q&A. If you have more questions for me, I will do one at the end of July. The link will be at the very top of the description and in the pinned comment. Thank you so much to everyone who submitted questions. Thank you all so much for watching. Like and subscribe if you want, and